Good weekend, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are on our last full week of trading. If you think about it, I believe this is it for the year. So enjoy it as it is. We got Christmas next week, and then we got New Year's coming up after that. So it's pretty close. I'm not too far off on that. It's time that you make your switch. All right, Friday was the last big day of trading in the S&P December contracts. So March now. And you had to do the same in all the currencies. So if you look the Decembers, other than Bitcoin, everything is pretty much gone off the sheets, and we are now into, even in the energy markets, 2025 numbers. I think it's time that you switch over in the grains to all March as well. We've already done that, the bonds, the notes, and so on, as they expired off the board. So interesting time. Now, in the NASDAQ, just remember that you've now got MicroStrategy has been admitted. So I don't know the exact date it goes in, but they expect about a 20% increase in trading volume, maybe the price up several percentage points because of that, and that is adding to it. But most of the markets are up a bit. The exception has been the Russell. It's struggling to even stay unchanged, but you have a minor gain in the S&P up 17, and the NASDAQ certainly up 111. The gold market's still sort of stuck right here. Over the weekend, we heard an awful lot from China as to what they intend on doing. The word is intend, not how, but intend on doing in 2025. And the market wasn't impressed. That is the right way to say it. If you've been watching what their 10-year bonds have been doing, they're at historic lows on yield. I mean, they just keep crashing down. And that's because people are panicking. They're wondering, what is the government going to do? I predict they will not do enough. That just seems to be the route that they're on. And, it's not like, let's go big, let's save things. They had that chance, and as I told you last week, I didn't think that they were doing it right. Now, this is the week where we get the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the Bank of Japan setting rates. This didn't help. If I'm the Fed, I'm looking at this going, what the heck? December, New York Empire State Manufacturing had been up in November to 31.2. Remember, we were looking at that? I said, I don't get that. That is just a monster number. Is that really the beginning of something? Well, as it turns out, the market had hopes that maybe it would fall back 50%. It literally gave back the whole set of numbers. The employment index went from a prior up 9 to a negative 5.8. You still have new orders coming in, but nowhere at the pace that you did. Prices received up, but not what they were before. The prices paid up, but not what they were in November. Then you take a look at the inventories, and they're swelling. So that's probably by design. Got to remember, a lot of companies are buying goods. They're petrified of what's going to happen with tariffs from China. I'm reading companies buying anywhere from 4 to 1 year worth of components that they need that they can't get made elsewhere so that their plants aren't shut down. December shipment index, nowhere near, about a third of what it was before. We're also going to get later today the preliminary December manufacturing and service sector PMI numbers. They expect it still not expansionary in manufacturing. A 49,850 is the threshold to see expansion. You're still expanding in the service sector, but not at the number that you were, down about 0.4. So when you put that all together, where are we? Well, it's going to be an interesting week. You're going to mark a certain amount of time as we want to see what the Fed says and what the dot plot is and what the Fed chair is saying. The market is building in very strongly that you will get a 25 basis point cut now, but you will not get one in January. The next one that's live will probably be March. We'll see how this all works out. Energy markets, I still think they're a bit high given the slowdowns I'm starting to see in parts of the U.S. along with what I'm seeing in China. And that pretty much covers it. We'll see where everything wants to settle out, if you will. I want to remind you that one of the things that I do is just like you heard me saying. In my complete futures research, what I do is I write about fundamentals, I write about strategies, the thinking of where you should go with your thought process, and then we start putting in charts. And there's a lot of charts. There's a lot of talk about where things are. I believe a picture is worth 1,000 words. And then I give you the buy-sell recommendations, specific buy here, sell there. I don't say what I do here. This is where I think the pros are doing that, and this is what the other is happening. I cover the whole spectrum of the markets, not just the charts you see and the markets that you see me list here. The charts will look like this, side by side, daily and weekly. And yes, I have a lot of weekly trades from time to time on that too. So you can get our free QT Mobile that comes with this. It's free on all devices. It will work on Android and iPhones. You get the quotes and everything you'd want to see out of it. You get access to my special reports. I'll be doing one this week, in fact. So you go to iraepstein.com research. It's really simple. Just go to iraepstein.com, look at the top for research, and everything's explained to you. I'm Ira. You have yourselves a great trading day. I'll catch up with you at the end of the day with the market wrap-up.